here. I got my hands on his wrist. I'm walking as he's moving. I'm moving with him, securing my hair to my scalp. When I'm ready, same side arm. Reaches over, turns his hand. Apply pressure, gets him down.
We are here in Calgary, Alberta with our homegirl, Diana Trang. And I gotta tell you, this girl is amazing. She helped fundraise some cash for us for the Budo Youth Fund doing a self-defense seminar, and it was so well received that we wanted to share some of this information with our community. So today we are going to be talking about using Jiu-Jitsu for self-defense. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're covering today?
Yeah, so we're gonna go through some of the more dangerous situations that a person might find themselves in when it comes to attacks, hair grabs, chokes, being pinned down on the ground, escapes, those kinds of things. But fundamentally, there's a lot to learn even before we get to that place where we need to understand how to hold our bodies, how to hold our legs, how to create good posture, how to break grips. Those kinds of things are really important to learn before we move on to those more advanced techniques, but all of it together has value.
Awesome. And we were talking about it off camera. What we want to do is inspire people to train, to get into martial arts and train arts like jiu-jitsu, self-defense arts, because they're very important and they can keep you safe. So we hope you enjoy this segment, and here we go.
All right, we're going to start with our base. So in jiu-jitsu, our base is our legs. It's how we're holding our legs, whether you're standing up or whether you're on the ground. We're going to talk about standing up to begin with, because obviously if you can start a situation where you can avoid being on the ground, you notice there's some danger somewhere, situational awareness, just being aware of what's around you, you're starting standing up. How you hold your legs. So most people don't just stand like this as they're walking around. You want to be standing normal, but at any time that danger is presenting itself, you want to be able to jump into that base where you have a slight bend in your knees, your feet are apart, creating a wider base so it's harder to take down, just like that. Okay, you notice that my hands are also up because obviously if I notice something that's dangerous coming towards me, whether it's a person or a weapon, I want to have my hands up so I'm prepared to protect my head, my face, like that. Okay, notice also my posture, standing straight. I don't want to have a bend. This feels awkward just doing it, right? But when there's an altercation, if somebody's coming, they're also grabbing onto you, you want to be aware of that posture so that if they're pulling you, pushing you, that you're not allowing them to manipulate your spine. You want to keep it strong, upright, head up also, how you're holding your head so that you're not looking down. You want to always be looking at the object, at the attacker, at your opponent. All right, we're gonna roll through some grip breaking techniques, but of course, talking about our posture, our stance, our legs, our base, implementing that into our technique as well. Okay, so if Kyle comes in, I wanna make sure that my hands are up, because if my hands are not up, I'm not gonna be as prepared, obviously. Notice how my legs and my posture, I'm standing straight, I have a strong posture, my legs are bent a little bit, and they're staggered. Okay, so that when he comes in, I'm deflecting, right? But I don't just have to deflect and my hands are back up over here. I'm gonna hold and secure that grip so that he doesn't make it again. Okay, that's that first stage. Second stage might be that I was a little bit slow. He came in, he drove in a little bit faster. He made some contact but wasn't quite secured in that grip. So I can just go easy, 2 hands to 1 wrist, okay? Push and pull away, keeping my posture the whole time. Okay, that's when he hasn't yet secured that. Easy to do, push and pull away. But when we're in that third stage where he's holding a lot tighter, I'm keeping my posture, okay, grabbing onto his wrist, grabbing onto his thumb, peeling his thumb, push and pull, okay? Sometimes you really have to work on it because it's so secure, but peel that thumb, push and pull away.
It works.
Really strong. We're gonna be doing a hair grab technique right now. Same thing as usual. My hands are up, keeping my base, keeping my posture so that I can stop it before it happens, right? If it's too late and he came in too quick, he's grabbing onto my hair. Usually when someone grabs onto your hair, they're trying to take you with them, right? They're usually trying to pull. If I resist and go the opposite way, which is what a lot of people do, I'm gonna be creating a lot of pain for my scalp right now, right? We will be going opposite. So what I wanna do is bring my hands to his hand and secure my hair to my scalp. If he's trying to pull me towards him, I'm gonna move with him, okay, being mindful of the fact that his arm right now is a straight column. It may not always be dependent on the person that's doing this to you, right? But if it's straight, okay, great for me. If it's not straight, I'm gonna try to bring it straight, okay? Same side arm is gonna reach over, other is securing to the head. I reach over and the thumb turns. So it's going from here to here. All right, Kyle grabs onto my hair. I got my hands on his wrist. I'm walking as he's moving, okay, moving with him, securing my hair to my scalp. When I'm ready, same side arm, reaches over, turns his hand, applies the pressure, gets him down. I'm not a puncher though. So. All right, so a front grab, if someone's trying to grab you, lift you, take you somewhere. There's a few different stages of this, like many techniques. When he comes in, stance, posture, hands up. So that when he comes, I can not allow his arms to clasp around me. Second stage, I'm a little bit slow. He comes in, brings his arms around, but my hands are in here, okay? I can still try to create that space and distance, okay? If he comes in and my arms are in there when he comes in and I'm a little bit too slow in that second stage, okay? I can still work on that space, go to his chin, push, until he breaks. Third stage is when he comes in, I'm even more slow and my arms are down here. Okay, so he clasps around me. What I'm gonna do is bring my hands to his hips and I'm gonna pry myself away here, pry myself away. If I'm not getting that grip behind me open, I'm gonna pay attention to his feet. I'm gonna go inside for a trip to the mount position. Okay, next technique is a choke against the wall. If you're getting pinned against the wall, and hands are around the throat. This is something that you can do not against the wall as well, but it's definitely something that you can do if you are finding yourself to be pinned. Okay, same thing, posture, stance, hands up, so that I can prevent his hands from coming to my neck, right? If I'm against the wall, I wanna make sure that I bring myself away from the wall as soon as I possibly can. Okay, he comes in, I bring myself to a better position. Okay, that's the first stage. Second stage, he comes in, doesn't yet have a tight grasp around my neck, but he's made some contact, okay? So what I'm gonna do, same thing, push and move myself, okay? Hands to his wrist, push and move myself away. Another option is I can push and duck, like that, okay? He comes in, duck, out of the way. Kept my posture the whole time. Third stage, he's got a grip around my neck. Keep in mind that for this one, I only have about 10 seconds to work with before I could possibly pass out from that tight pressure around my neck, okay, lack of air. So what I wanna do is break this structure, this column of his arms, okay, come down. When I've lowered it to a point, I'm gonna reach one arm across, like that, to break the grip, get away. Okay, so this next position is when somebody is on top, pinning you down, and also trying to strangle choke. So hands are around the neck and they're right on top of you. This is a great technique for small people. You don't need to be big or as big as your opponent, your attacker. You just have to use the proper technique, okay? So I find myself on the ground, Kyle's on top of me, sitting on top of me, okay? Number one, I wanna keep my elbows in first, because if I don't keep my elbows in, he's gonna try to climb high if he knows to climb high, then it's gonna be really hard for me to escape because I'm gonna have less leverage here for my hips. Okay, so keep your elbows in. At the same time, you can protect your neck while doing so. But if he comes in and he starts to bring his hands around my neck here, obviously I wanna keep the pressure off of my neck. I have about 10 seconds again. So what I'm gonna do is wrap my arms over top and try to pull his hands down towards my belly, okay? So, like that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a side. Because he has both hands around my neck right now, I have to pick either my left or my right. I'm gonna trap his ankle here so that he can't post. So I trap his arms as I try to pull the pressure away from my neck, bridge, get away. Okay, this next technique is from a position in Jiu Jitsu we call guard. So in Jiu Jitsu, our guard is our legs. There's different types of guards in Jiu Jitsu. This one is gonna be called the close guard. It's a close guard technique where Kyle is on the other side of my legs and my legs are wrapped around him. Okay, obviously you can see that this is a common position for a woman to find herself if she's getting attacked, the other side of my legs. Okay, but we can use this and grow confidence in this position. So I'm locking up, okay? I'm locking up my legs. If he tries to go for a choke from this position on the other side of my legs, I can use my hips and the length of my legs to just kind of push him away, okay? Keep him away while grabbing onto his wrists. But if he then grabs onto my wrists, right, we can swim out. Swim out. If he's got really tight grips and it's really hard to do that, you find your hands wrapped up, now I just have my legs. What I'm gonna use is my legs to pull him in towards me, okay, to break his posture. Okay, I'm gonna swim my grip out, grab onto him and hold him down. He's gonna keep trying to grab onto my hands. Okay, so if this one's tied up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to climb. Keep him down like this, wrap, into a triangle choke. Okay, so we can choke with our legs as well.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. As you can tell, she's very well trained and has a lot of skill set and a lot of knowledge, and I was glad we could share that with you today. I think one of the most important things to take away with is to train. She trains all the time, and you know, I think putting martial arts into your lifestyle is one of the most important things you can do. But thank you so much for joining. Where can people find you? How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, website, Facebook, Instagram, it's all linked here. So
right. We'll put it right here.
Shoot me a DM, love to have you. Like Kyle said, echoing that same sentiment of just taking this, adopting it as a lifestyle practice. There's that sports side of it, makes us in great fit shape, you know, but there's that whole self-defense side where, you know, the more you practice, the more possible it's going to be for you to execute these things. And there's countless scenarios, even from just one technique that we did. That's one of many.
Perfect. Happy training, guys. Till the next video. Wow. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed our stuff, please hit that like, subscribe, share button. We want to spread this message of the power of martial arts to as many people as possible. We truly believe that people can tap into their true potential through the vehicle of martial arts. If you want more Budo Brothers, make sure to check us out at www.budobrothers.com, where we're doing product drops all the time. We have apparel, training tools, so many innovative stuffs to match a martial arts lifestyle. And guys, thank you again for making it to the end of the video. Until the next one, happy training.